In this video, we're going to be talking about the relatively new Shaper tool in Illustrator, which lets us draw shapes freehand very quickly and do some other interesting things. So on the left-hand side, the Shaper tool is found right here. It's Shift-N on the keyboard. It may be housed within this. You might see the pencil tool first before you see the Shaper tool, so make sure you have the right tool selected. And basically, the Shaper tool is Adobe's response to drawing freehand and letting you create geometric shapes and patterns without having to use the shape tools or own a Wacom tablet or something like that. So I'm just drawing with my touchpad. I'm just going to draw a diamond shape. And whenever I release, it draws a diamond shape. I'm going to just draw a square, circle. It identifies all sorts of different shapes. You can do lines, straight lines, that is. Sometimes it won't recognize what you draw, so whenever I do something like that, it's not actually recognizing it. You can do polygons, triangles, all sorts of different things. Now the real power of this tool comes in that it's sort of like the shape builder tool and the shape drawing tools, so we can use this to combine shapes and subtract shapes. So just like the shape builder, where you would combine this shape and this shape, we can do that with the shaper tool, so we don't even need to switch shapes. I simply draw a squiggle, starting in one shape and ending in the other shape, and whenever I release, it will combine those two. I'll show you that again here. So I draw a squiggle starting in one and ending in the other, and it's combined them. I'm going to undo that. Let's say I want to subtract this shape. To subtract it, I simply draw a squiggle across the length of the shape and release, and it subtracts it. So I started my squiggle on the outside and went to the inside, and it destroyed it. If I just squiggle only on the inside, it'll remove the fill but leave the stroke. And if I just squiggled up here, it would cut up here but leave what intersects with the rest of it. So this takes some getting used to. So I can squiggle down here. Now it's removed the whole thing. I can start in here and squiggle to this, and that'll do that. I could even just squiggle this little area, and I'll cut that out. So there's all sorts of different things you can play with here. It is kind of complex to use and also really simple to use. I'm not sure I really like it personally, but I know a lot of people that do use it on a regular basis. I'm going to go ahead and just select everything and hit delete. And I'm going to go back to the Shaper tool right here, Shift-N, and I'm going to do a little design. So let's do, there's a great app that I use called Feedly. You can actually see it down here. Feedly is like a feed reading app. I'm going to recreate this logo using only the Shaper tool. So first I'm going to draw a diamond. Okay, that's not quite the diamond I want. That's the problem with the Shaper tool. You have to be a little bit more precise. All right. And then I want to cut off the bottom. So I'm just going to draw a box here. I'll be using that as like an eraser tool almost. I'm going to round these corners. I can simply click, still have the Shaper tool selected. I haven't switched tools. I can drag this in. Great. Click off of it to release it. I'll just scribble across that, and it's cut that off. Now I'll draw a couple little bars in here. They aren't quite the right size, but that's fine. I'll squiggle inside to remove their fills. And there we go, I made a really simple little logo. Now one of the great things about the Shaper tool is that all this is non-destructive. So I can simply click, I still have the Shaper tool selected. I'm able to come in here and start modifying these, even after the fact. So I can click to select this, modify that, click to select that, modify it. I can change its size. I can change its position. So it's creating a dynamic shape for me to modify. Go down here and I can select this box that we used to cut. Maybe move that up a little bit. Okay, great. Let's draw a camera this time. I'm going to select everything and delete it. I'll grab my shaper tool. I'm going to draw the body of the camera first. I'll draw the lens. And then I'll draw a little top part. Let's grab these two, put them in alignment with each other. So I'll do a center align and a vertical center align. Then I'll grab this back one and do another vertical center align, horizontal center align. And then I'll grab this one. This one I want to have off just a little bit. Okay, I'll click on and I'll round these corners a little bit. I'm going to just squiggle across these to combine them. Then I'll squiggle in here to remove that. And now we have a very simple camera app icon.